Loving the Wrexham kit.
Yeah, it's not. I quite like that, to be fair. Red and green.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome onto the pitch, please, your two teams, the Martyrs and your very own Gosport Borough.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gosport Radio. My name is James McIntosh, and the two teams are just walking out as we are at the AEI Stadium. Gosport will be hosting top of the table Merthyr Town, which is sure to be an entertaining clash, to say the least. Looking at your visitors lineup today, it's Jamie Cogman who starts in goal. 2, Callum Ryan Phillips. 3, and their skipper, Thomas Handley. 6, Cole Jarvis. 9, Roy Simpson. 10, Ricardo Rees, the league's top goal scorer. 14, Jack Evans. 15, Noah Smerdon. 17, Lee Lucas. 18, Corley Cox. And 19, Kieran Evans. Your Gosport lineup today sees Adam Parks starting goal. 2, Harry Kavanagh is back following a long spell on the sidelines. 3, and your skipper, Rory Williams. 4, Finley Walsh-Smith. 6, Charlie Vasmer. 7, Bradley Tarbuck. 8, Ashley Yearwood. 11, Alfie Stanley, who is back in the starting 11 today, coming in for Dan Wooden. 17, Namadine Nwashuku. 19, player manager role, Danny Hollins. And 20, Cameron Murray. Looking at your Gosport bench, Joe Morrison, Dan Wooden, Samuel Fanian, Jake Cope, and Louis Walsh, all on the bench today. It's Merthyr in their red and green kit. A very nice kit, actually. We were having a chat about it beforehand, almost mimicking Wrexham, and Gosport in our traditional yellow-blue. It's a warm, sunny day here at the AEI Stadium, and I'm sure it's going to be lovely weather for football, and hopefully we got a good game. I'm sure there's a lot of fans around the stadium. I'm just trying to pick out some Merthyr fans, but I have heard there's a lot of buses coming to the AEI Stadium, so the visitors, they're going to be very well supported. For any new fans listening in, I'll run you through both sets of lineups. Jamie Cogman starts in goal for Merthyr. 2, Callum Ryan Phillips. 3, Thomas Hanley, that's their skipper. 6, Cole Jarvis. 9, Roy Simpson. 10, Ricardo Rees. 14, Jack Evans. 15, Noah Smerdon. 17, Lee Lucas. 18, Corley Cox. 19, Kieran Evans. For Gosport, it's Adam Parks in goal. 2, Harry Kavanagh. 3, Rory Williams. 4, Finley Walsh-Smith. 6, Charlie Vasmer. 7, Bradley Tarbuck. 8, Ashley Yearwood. 11, Alfie Stanley. 17, Namadine Nwashuku. 19, Dutchy Hollins. And 20, Cameron Murray. It looks like it's going to be Gosport shooting from my left to right, and the visitors will be shooting from my right to left. Jeremy, what a clash we've got on today.
Yes, good afternoon, James. Good afternoon, listeners. Yes, this is the big one, isn't it?
Really
They don't come any bigger than the league leaders, Merthyr Town, and the advantage they've got at the top of the table is a very, very solid one, and they're going to be looking to not just establish that, but hopefully extend it. So I would imagine their fans and their manager and their officials will be keeping one eye on AFC Tottenham this afternoon. But yeah, it's a toughie, absolutely no doubt. But then Gosport Borough seem to save their best performances for the tough ones.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's why it's going to be a game with a lot of magnitude. And today very well could play a large role in the title race. As Jeremy said, we're keeping up to date with all the other scores in the Southern League. And it is Gosport who kicks off. Dutchy Hollins rolling a ball back into Charlie Vasmer. I should have a watch going in one of the flash score ones. But yeah, it's Gosport coming forward already. The ball has touched on to Harry Kavanagh in this right-hand channel. Gosport showing great tenacity within the first 30 seconds as Kavanagh looking to cut inside of Smerdon. He rolls the ball back into Cameron Murray, but that ball rolls out of play as it will go out for a Merthyr goal kick. Jeremy, what can we expect from this Merthyr side today?
Nothing other than a tough assignment. They're gonna come here motivated because they've had a really, really good run of form, haven't they? And the fact that Tottenham slipped up at Wimborne last week certainly put the wind in their sails a little bit. And they'll be hoping. I'm not sure where Tottenham are this afternoon, but I'm certain that these guys will want to get their house in order, win here, and then hope for good news from elsewhere.
Well, definitely. And if I was going off it all, a ball has gone searching forward into Namadine Noir Shuku. It was a long ball there from Charlie Vasmer rolling straight into the glass of Cogman. Alfie Stanley still chasing down the balls, and Merthyr just struggling to get out, but they are coming forward down the left-hand channel. Red Body slowly flirting forward. It was Evans there coming down the left, passing it into Reese. Reese back into Evans. Evans looks up. He's got Ashley Yearwood and Danny Hollins beside him. Both players doing their defensive duties and sandwiching the player out there for a throw-in, which Smurden will take into 14. And Smurden, a bit of a non-Lee Cucurella haircut going on there.
Yeah, absolutely. But we've seen all sorts in this league, like the famous orange mullet at Taunton Town. Bless him. Good player too.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to love some non-league haircuts. And it's Merthyr coming forward. Once again, a ball has gone forward into Reese. Adam Parks happened to come out to collect it there. Already being forced into early action there, Adam Parks, as he looks to bowl it out, taking his time. As have noticed, Merthyr, they're attacking front three, playing very high up. Looks like they're going to be playing the high block today.
Yes. So just seeing what happened there as the ball broke quickly at the other end. But yeah, I think, are they going to be looking to pressure the Gosport Borough backline into mistakes? I think that's maybe the strategy there. Gosport are playing a back four, three, four. I'm just trying to figure out the tactics, James.
It looks like the three centre-backs, the Finney Smith, Charlie Vasmer, and also Rory Williams, but maybe he'll pivot to that left-back role today.
Yeah, I think it's a back three, to be honest. Danny Hollins appears to be sat just in front. But yeah, anyway, I think they're going to have their work cut out. I think Gosport, if they had played a back four, then you might have had an overload in their favour there.
Well, on the note of formations, we have recently recruited a very big name,
Absolutely.
that being Liam Daesh. Can you just tell the viewers and the Merthyr fans who might not have heard of him a bit
I
about
think they
him?
might have done, Liam Daesh has been in and around non-league circles for about the last 25 years. He was a Republic of Ireland international, then went on to manage at Ebbsfleet. He was at Birmingham City, he was at Portsmouth. What other local jobs here? Obviously, famously with Haventon Waterlooville. And I believe he lives on Hayling, so he's a local man as well. And all that knowledge you can't buy.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he's going to add a lot to Gosport. And one of the most famous prospects he has taught being Jude Bellingham. Wouldn't it be nice if he could conjure something up like that with Gosport?
Yeah, I mean, certainly he worked with Bellingham at Birmingham, didn't he? So, yes, I think that the knowledge that he has is priceless. And the fact that Gosport have got him is a coup, and certainly a big help to Danny and Mark and the coaching staff that we have there.
Rory Williams coming down the left, passing it into, I want to say Tarbug, but the ball did go out of play on the far side, in which will go out for a Merthyr throw-in. Looking at the Southern League today, you have got some tasty fixtures on. I'm sure a lot of the Merthyr fans will be interested in the AFC Tottenham game as they take on Bracknell.
That's who they've got, right.
Definitely a big one. Bracknell can definitely get a result on their day. Turning back to the game here at the AI Stadium, Dutchie in the far channel, passing it back into Rory Williams. And now Charlie Vasmer just a little bit over the halfway line, taking his time pondering whether to pass into Cam Murray or Rory Williams. He did go into Vasmer, the Gosport captain, into Ashley Yearwood. Ashley Yearwood losing the ball there into Evans. Can Evans come forward? He can't, as he's dispossessed there by Namadine Noir Shuku. Noir Shuku looking to pull back, but in the end, a deflection from Ryan Phillips does see it go into the gloves of Government. And Jeremy, I have to admit, I've been impressed with how good Gosport's been within the first 5-ish minutes here.
Yeah, well, to be honest, James, and I think we all know this, I think anything other than a good performance today will not bode well. So they've got to start positively. They've got to start strong. There's got to be a certain level of aggression and there's got to be a certain level of determination in their performance just to make sure that Merthyr aren't able to implement their own game plan early on.
And you say about implementing their own game plan. I'm sure Merthyr will be desperate to get Ricardo Reese on the board today, the league's top goal scorer, and he's going to be the talisman.
Good player, definitely. And But we've got a good one up there as well.
Yeah.
With Chuku, yes, look at this.
Passing it out wide into Tarbuck. Tarbuck rolling it in. It can't find Ashley Yearwood. Well cleared there by Lucas. And that clearance is going to fall nicely to Simpson in the right channel. He skipped past Rory Williams. And now red and green bodies are slowly flirting forward. Simpson still on the ball. Passing back into Cox. Cox looks up. He passes into 17. 17 going to lay it out into Smurden. Smurden left of the penalty box. Pulling back into Ricardo Reese. Ricardo Reese trying to slide a ball there into Simpson. But in the end, it was well cut out by Rory Williams. But danger not fully averted as it's Huntley in the far channel trying to search in a ball, trying to find Reese, but cleared away by Gospel before Finley Bull-Smith eventually gets the ball just outside of the penalty box, passing it into Adam Parks before eventually Adam Parks does clear away from the danger zone. Alfie Stanley now in the right-hand channel trying to chase down that clearance. It's gone deep, right near the right corner flag before Alfie Stanley eventually tumbled there, bringing down the Merthyr number 2 and giving away a free kick. Adam Parks doing well there, clearing these lines for Gosport.
Had to. You had to be right on it because any mistake there, that would have been punished. But no, Adam Parks, I'm pleased for him because obviously he arrived under a bit of a cloud. The supporters didn't immediately take to him, weren't sure of his ability. But I think overall, Adam's done really well. Yes, there's been mistakes, but then you can level that accusation at a lot of those for yellow-shirted players over the season's course. So why be so hard on the boy? I think he's played really well.
I think it was very hard to come in and fill the boots of Toby Stewart as well.
Absolutely, to not just Toby Stewart, but then Gosley, who his departure well documented, but an experienced goalkeeper.
Dutchy Hollins lining up a shot there was placed straight into the legs of Evans, and now the reflection has gone to Simpson. Simpson passing it back into Hanley. Hanley lifts it over into Reese. Reese passing it back into Evans there, and another ball has gone long into Ricardo Reese in the right-hand channel, brought down there by Rory Williams, and doing well there, the skipper, showing his experience.
Yeah, there's some good work being done there. And Rory and Dan obviously looking forward to their testimonial in the summer.
Yeah, got some big players lined up
nicely
now. Yeah. Oh, Namadina Wash, Shuku taking it well past Lucas there in the left-hand channel. Looking to cut inside. He does get across his cross, but finds the head of Evans, so who headers it away before eventually a clearance is going to work onto Charlie Phasma on the halfway line. Thumps the header forward into Bradley Tarbuck. Tarbuck there just leaving it for Asher Yearwood before Yearwood, the former Beaconsfield man, passing back into Rory Williams. And for any Merthyr fans listening, Rory Williams is going to add a lot of experience to the Gosport backline. Done his rounds with the local clubs, Hampton Waterlooville being the one where he's probably most prominent.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on Finley Walsh-Smith tidying up nicely at the back. Yes, Rory did, I think it was 2 or 3 seasons with Havant, one of which was in the National League.
Yeah.
So that's good experience. And now in the twilight of his career, I won't mind me saying that. Look out, though. Parks, talking about him, in a spot of bother there, James.
Very much so. It was Simpson there putting heavy pressure on the Gosport keeper. And we have seen it a few times this season where he does like to play it out with his feet. That's the danger of doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't mess about. And now Merthyr are on the top of Gosport again.
Evans in the centre of the Gosport half, rolling it out into Hanley in the right-hand channel. Back into Evans in the centre of this Gosport half as Evans rolls it across. Evans on the ball at the moment with his blue boots, passing it into Smurden in this left-hand channel. He's got Harry Kavanagh as company, but he does pass it back into Evans. Evans looks up, passing it back into Simpsons. Evans looking to try and get past Cameron Murray. Threads a nice through ball. Couldn't find a run of Smurden there as Gosport clear their lines. Alfie Stanley just on the edge of the centre circle, heading back into the experienced Dutchy Hollins. Hollins is clearance, so it did narrowly work onto Rory Williams. Williams brought down. Now Hanley coming down the right-hand channel, looking to search in a ball, trying to pick out a body in the middle. It ended up picking Charlie Phasma. Now Gosport on the counter. Namadi Noir Shuku coming down this left-hand channel. Asher Yearwood to his right, and Alfie Stanley a little further on, calling for the ball. Namadi Noir Shuku tried to pick out the former Pompey man, but in the end, the pass just couldn't work to him, Jeremy.
No, a little bit ambitious, that one, I think. He'll be disappointed with that, but the idea was there.
Well, I would say just about 8 minutes played here at the AI Stadium. It is Gosport 0, Merthyr 0. Merthyr do have a throw-in just outside of their dugouts. Smurden's going to be taking this throw-in. I'm just watching to see what they're going to do with this throw-in. Smurden passes it into Evans, the local option there, before Smurden eventually has to pass back. Too many Gosport bodies currently got back for Gosport there. And Jeremy, I think Liam Dace will be very happy with how Gosport has started this game.
Yeah, there he is, stood down below us. I know the listeners can't see it. Look
Oh,
out.
Simpson rolling the ball across the goal deck. As I say that, I couldn't have probably said that statement at a worse time.
Yeah,
Simpson
no, I
causing
know,
damage.
I know. But unhurried defending there from Gosport, but composed with it. And we're talking about Daesh. There he is, stood just below us. I know the listeners can't see it, but he stood just down to the left of the home dugout with a bobble hat and thick jacket on, as you would expect on a chilly day such as this. But yes, he'll be. I think he's still just getting to know these players and what they offer, and just tweaking things here and there.
Speaking about managers, we will be speaking to Paul Michael after the game, involving a very interesting video regarding Merthyr rejecting a $6 million offer to stay in non-league.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on that, Jeremy?
I see it both sides. Yes, they won't be able to progress if they do join the League of Wales, because it's highly unlikely they're going to go down, but there's nowhere to go up. Whereas this season, they do look good and odds on to win this league and go up into the Conference North or South. But on the flip side, as the gentleman of the press down the end of the press box has said, that if they do, they've got a really good chance of playing in Europe and packing out Penydarren Park.
Yeah, well, you'd have to think that is surely enticing making it to Europe. And then that way, you've also got the chance to really be the big hitter in Wales, as opposed to playing in England, where you've got the likes of Cardiff, Swansea.
Yeah, it depends what they're looking for, really, in years ahead. Whether they want to progress up the English pyramid and progress, or be a big fish in a little pond and play in a much bigger ocean.
If you were this chairman, what do you reckon you would go for?
Tough call. Depends on what their model is and what they want to achieve going forward. Me personally, stay put, because they're at the moment. They're a strong club in this division, and they would hold their own in the league above, I think.
I think so, and it looks like they're very likely going up this year. So maybe not wanting to jeopardise that.
Not at the moment.
Kick. I was going to say they have to try and get a result here today at the AI Stadium. It is still goalless, but Simpson laying a lovely pass back into Ricardo Reese. Ricardo's Reese pass, he couldn't get past Charlie Vasma, as it did take a nick, and it will go out for a Merthyr corner here. And this is a chance for Merthyr to show just how destructive they can be from set pieces.
That was quick, incisive football there from Merthyr. Very impressive indeed. They've got a corner, so Gosport have got some work to do here.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Lucas taking this corner. I'm just pondering whether they're going to go short and to Evans, as the Merthyr number 19 very close to the corner taker.
I think they're trying to draw players in, and they have gone short.
They have gone short. And that short corner has now gone into number 14, Evans. Evans rolling it back into Evans there, Kieran Evans. Kieran Evans looking to get past Southie Stanley. He does do that, but in the end it finds a pass of Dutchy Hollins there. Dutchy Hollins playing it into Namadina Warshaku, having to come back doing his defensive duty and doing pretty well there to skip past Evans before eventually a ball has been cleared of the main stand here at the AI Stadium.
It was a little bit of a slice there from Harry Kavanagh, and he shrugs his shoulders and smiles about it. That was a little bit horrible, but at least he's seeing the funny side.
I'm sure he enjoys it coming back, and what a warm welcome that is.
Absolutely.
Getting Harry Kavanagh back in his starting 11.
Missed him. Hugely influential player.
And it's Evans whipping in a deep ball. Charlie Vasma has to head it back into Adam Parks. Risky from Charlie.
High risk strategy. Very nearly an assist.
Well, definitely yes. But it has rolled back into the gloves of Adam Parks, and I think it's the perfect time to run you through the scores. Merthyr fans, close your ears. AFC Totten, they've taken a lead against Bracknell. So Merthyr not going to be happy with that. And if it stays the way it is, Gosport continue drawing in this one. The goal, I think the point difference, will go down to 4. Chertsey, their goal is against Dorchester. Be interesting to see how Dorchester bounce back. Frome, they're 1-0 up against Hamilton Waterlooville. Hamilton Waterlooville, that might be damaging their playoff hopes there. Gloucester, their goal is to Hanwell. It's goalless here at the AI Stadium. Marlow, their goal is to Taunton. Plymouth Parkway, goal is to Hungerford. Sholin, they're trailing Basingstoke by a 0-0. Swindon Supermarine, their goal is to Wimborne. Wootton and Hersham, goal is to Poole. And Winchester, their goal is to Tiverton. But Merthyr, they're back on their attackers. Simpson sliding Rory Williams, doing really well there to get in front of the shot. Really putting his body in front of the ball there and potentially doing a goal denying challenge.
Absolutely, and it was too, because he was clean through there, and odds on odds on to get a shot away that would possibly more than trouble Parks. But we'll come back to your latest scores, James. But this is a really good set piece opportunity for Merthyr. Not sure if they'll try the short corner routine again, because that caught Gosport once, fooled me twice. Don't know.
I will have to wonder what will happen here from this corner. They did go short earlier. Will they go long this time? There's two Gosport players currently beside the near corner taker, and he has gone long. It finds the head of Hanley, and it's a glancing header backwards. That header is going to fall to Jarvis. Jarvis there couldn't get his pass across as the throw has just hit the photographer there. And Jeremy returning back to the scores. AFC Tottenham leading 1-0. Yes, making that title race a lot more interesting
Not
and
really
potentially the game
surprised
here.
at the same time. Bracknell, for a side with as much quality as they have, with players like Seb Bowerman and Jordan Spree, I'm surprised that they're struggling. They are struggling. Through, that's a tough place to go for anyone. I don't care what anybody says. So that is not going to be was never going to be easy for Havant. But here we go.
Tarbuck coming down the left-hand channel. Gosport players flooding the box, but Tarbuck was going to go alone there, forcing a shot, and in the end, being rewarded with a corner. Now, Gosport have a chance to show how good they can be from corners. Looks like Ashley Yearwood will be going to the corner, and that shocks me, considering Harry Kavanagh has been taking the bulk of our corners throughout this season.
Yeah, but they're switching it up. I think maybe this is the Liam Daish effect. They've obviously worked on different things in training this week, but it's a good opportunity for Gosport to do something there. They're toying with the short corner with. Here we go.
Yearwood with the corner, and it's been headed away there. I don't think the keeper was able to punch it away in the end. And now Charlie Vasma hooking it over his head, trying to get it back into the danger zone. Namadi Noir Shuku heading it once again into the danger zone before being well cleared there by Lucas. That clearance is going to fall to Rory Williams on the halfway line as he looked to switch it into Harry Kavanagh. A little bit too heavy hit as it rolls out.
Yeah, slightly overambitious again, but Gosport, I'm impressed with their performance after the first however many minutes, because the young lady sat to our left has it.
30 seconds out.
Okay, 17 minutes played we have on the clock. And 0-0, James. But I'll tell you what, Gosport have more than held their own.
I was going to say, I think, Liam Daish would definitely be the happiest of the two managers. And Gosport winning another throw-in just outside of Liam Daish's dugouts. And it will be Harry Kavanagh, I want to say, taking this throw-in. Danny Hollins, Cameron Murray all running towards the throw-in taker here as a Gosport number 2. Instead switches it into Charlie Vasma. Vasma back into Kavanagh. Kavanagh laying a pass back into Finley Walsmith inside his own half. And it's going back into Adam Parks, similar to watching Pompey midweek. I have to admit, that was a pretty depressing game. It's nice to go and see some local football game with Gosport.
Yeah, I saw your little video from there. But here come Merthyr again.
Simpson right at the penalty box and looks to play a ball in. I think it just took a nick off of Charlie Fassman there.
Hit him in the face.
Yeah,
came off the side of his
one.
face. Yeah.
In the end, doing his defensive duties, though, but equally giving Merthyr a corner. And it's interesting to see what they're doing with corners each time. It looks like they're always going for a little player at the front. Well, maybe trying to throw Gosport off.
Well, of course they are. They're trying to vary their set piece routine, and a good side does that. They're going to keep their opponents guessing. They are going short.
They have gone short into Evans.
But this time they're holding the ball really well.
Evans rolling it into Reese. Reese can't get a shot across as it was charged down by Ashley Yearwood. Now Gosport, they're on the counter-attack. Bradley Tarbuck coming down this right-hand channel. Tarbuck with a very audacious shot. I'm not sure if that was a cross or a potential Beckham-like shot.
I think it was a cross-stroke shot. I think he meant to cross, but it actually threatened to go in at some point, and then it just sort of swerved away and came down. But sort of lacked the right trajectory and power, didn't it?
I'll tell you what, similar to Chris Campbell, former Gosport player, what he did with Paul on the weekend. It was Evans into Simpson, but Simpson caught offside there early on. Tiny's run a little too early there. But
I'm not surprised. Sorry, just to catch you there, but I'm not surprised to see Merthyr just varying the tactics and rotating it. That is a really clever way of playing football, and I like this. Team. Yeah. I like this. Yeah. So Gosport, what that does mean is that Gosport are going to have to keep on their toes and not switch off, because the minute they do that, they're going to be in trouble.
Do you think Merthyr, they seem like a team that like to play without the ball rather than with it?
I think an equally good side should be comfortable with both.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. because it's going to be worth watching the Masters out of possession rather than as well as in possession, actually, and just see how they do it.
Yeah, I'm sure Liam Dash might even be able to take a few tips from this Merthyr side. Probably been one of the more ruthless teams in the league this year, and that's obviously why they're at the top of the table. Gosport on the attack, though, once again. Gosport really do well so far within the first 20 minutes. It is still goalless, though, here at the AI Stadium. Dutchy Hollins just a little bit over the halfway line, passing into Charlie Fasmer, still inside this Merthyr half, rolled across into Finley Walsh-Smith. Finley Walsh-Smith, the young Gosport defender, trying to get past this Merthyr two-man forward line there, but instead has to pass back into Adam Parks. Probably the most sensible option there. And Parks just on the ball there. And Merthyr not really threatening, trying to chase him down, giving Parks enough time to clear it. And that pass might work onto Harry Kavanagh. Harry Kavanagh can get on the end of it and well come out there by Cogman, grabbing the ball and diverting any Gosport damage there.
Yeah, I think Gosport, it's nice to see them threatening as well, rather than it being all one-way traffic. Yeah. I think it was always going to be the smart move to play as though you're the away team in a game like this, because that's what Gosport have done. They're counter-attacking.
Well, so much so. I mean, Merthyr, they've just counter-attacked now as Evans. He skips past Cameron Murray before Danny Hollins goes sliding in. Merthyr giving a free kick, clumsy from Dutchy Hollins.
Was indeed. I think that's the right word. That's the right word, clumsy.
Well, as a result, Merthyr, they're going to have a free kick midway inside Gosport's half. Looks like it's going to be Merthyr's 17, Lucas taking this set piece. Potentially a route to try and go for goal here, Jeremy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why not? You've got a slightly workable angle there, about 30, just shy of 30 yards out. I can't see who's up behind it. Oh, I can actually. It's Lee Lucas. But yeah, there's definitely a workable angle there for a shot.
I'm very vividly watching out for Ricardo Reese, seeing what he can do. He's up against Alfie Stanley, so the short striker marking him. Instead, Lucas goes to chip it in towards the near post. It finds the head of Ryan Phillips there, who heads over. And to be completely honest, I think that's been the best chance of the game.
Yes, and that was a missed chance for Merthyr. Well worked free kick routine, which doesn't surprise me. And a really, really disappointing missed chance if you're a Merthyr fan. In fact, talking Merthyr fans, James, there's quite a lot of them behind that goal, which is nice, which is lovely to see in actual fact.
It's impressive to see. Well, let's be real, Merthyr, it's a fair old trip to Gosport today.
It is,
and to bring that many fans.
They seem to just take quite a lot away with them every time they go away. Now Merthyr again away down the left-hand side with Ricardo Reese. James is tweeting, so you've got me. Cuts inside, tries to switch for the shot. Gosport do enough to get the ball away, but not quite. It's not away yet. That was Tom Handy just trying to work an opening from the right-hand side. Now we have Evans. Merthyr just keeping ball, but now Gosport have dispossessed them and are trying to break out. Yearwood in the centre circle has helping Kavanagh to his right-hand side. Kavanagh looks up. What options has he got? Not too many. Stanley and Wachuku, so the ball has to go back. Gosport recycle, looking to come forward again. Rory Williams then on the halfway line, just tweaks the ball out to the left-hand side. Is that Tarbuck out there? I believe it probably is. Jenking just holding on to the ball and still holding on, James. That was good football, but down goes a Merthyr player.
Play is still carrying on as Harry Kavanagh in this right-hand channel up against Noah Smerdon. Harry Kavanagh looking to cut inside, but in the end rolls back into Finley Walsh-Smith. Midway inside Merthyr's half, Cameron Murray now on the ball, passing back into Charlie Fasmer. Fasmer, the Gosport number 6, looking to pass the cross into Finley Walsh-Smith, right side of the defender there, as Finley Walsh-Smith switches it into Ashley Yearwood, slowly cushioning for Kavanagh. Now Alfie Stanley inside their box, looking to switch it back into Harry Kavanagh. And number 14 there for Merthyr doing his defensive duties, rolling back into Cogman as the Merthyr keeper has to launch away from the danger zone, being chased down there by Simpson, and Gosport showing what they can do there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a good little run from Stanley. That set up a real opportunity for Gosport to do something, but the final ball just lacking a little bit, and Merthyr quite cleverly and quite calmly dealt with the danger there, James. But good to see Gosport playing this well.
Tarbuck coming down the left-hand channel. He's got options in the middle. That's a very hard hit cross. It's going to be chased down by Harry Kavanagh. Can he keep it in play? He will keep it in play as it's his time now to switch it. It's going to fall to Cameron Murray inside the edge of the D. Murray, can he get across a shot? He scored last weekend. He can't, as it's fallen to Dutchy Hollands. Gosport still applying very heavy pressure towards this Merthyr midfield, which does see Bradley Tarbach obtain the ball in the left-hand side of the box, passing it into Rory Williams, the Gosport skipper, looking to pull inside. I think in the end, he has won Gosport a corner.
Yep, Gosport have the corner. Let's see what they can do with it. Good opportunity once more.
Well, it's going to be Ashley Yearwood once again taking this corner. And it's also interesting to see this box. It looks like Gosport body scattered around the box rather than just in the middle as we normally do. So short corner into Cameron Murray. Murray chases it down. I thought there was a handball and the referee has given a penalty. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. We weren't expecting that, were we?
No, I've got to say.
It did look like a pen. I thought it was handball.
Yeah, it was.
But in the end, is it one of those funny appeals where you can't really move it in time and a tough one on the Merthyr defender?
Merthyr will feel very, very aggrieved with that. I have to be honest with you. Yes, it was a penalty by the letter of the law. And there's debate here between the Merthyr manager and Liam Daesh. It's just one of those, I'm afraid. It's just one of those.
Well, let's see what Gosport can do here.
So you got the goal to 25-26. Okay, well, it hasn't gone in yet, so let's celebrate when it does. It's one of those.
Well, let's see what Ashley Yearwood can do here.
Yeah, no, it's one of those.
It's going to be Gosport's number 8 taking this penalty. He's been so cool, composed from the penalty spot beforehand.
Yeah, he needs to be now, doesn't he?
I'm pretty sure. Let's see what Ashley Yearwood can do here. I have had a flash up from Flash Score already stating a Gosport goal. Let's hope they haven't jinxed it, as it's going to be. That's it. Ashley Yearwood with a skip and jump, and he converts it in the back of the net. Flash Score got it right, and Gosport now lead 1-0 here at the AEI Stadium. A well-taken penalty there from Ashley Yearwood, rolling it past the Merthyr keeper, slotting past home, and that's a great finish there from Ashley Yearwood to give Gosport the 1-goal lead here at the AEI Stadium. Ashley Yearwood, he will be happy with that one. The Merthyr keeper, Cogman, not so happy. And who would have thought of that? Gosport in 13th in the league, leading Merthyr first in the league. What a goal that was from Ashley Yearwood. Cool, calmly taken.
For Gosport after 26 minutes from the penalty spot. The scorer number 8, Ashley Yearwood.
Jeremy, never in doubt.
Yeah, well, that was calm, wasn't it? Very, very calmly taken.
Almost
very,
like
very
a
well
Jorginho, though, style penalty with a skip and jump before taking it.
Yes, it's just the stop, the pause, but look out at the other end.
And also, Jeremy, now scoring that penalty, actually, he hasn't scored for a few games. Can that really build his confidence back up again?
Why not? Yeah, I mean, he's taken that penalty really well. Sorry, I'm just grappling with the technology here as well because I'm doing the music today. Yeah, why not? I mean, that's going to do his confidence no harm at all, is it? And I think I've managed to crack what I wanted to do. So that is good.
And also, Jeremy, another player I do want to draw attention to there is Cameron Murray. Murray was the one who won the penalty there. He set it really up, shown his attacking attributes within the last 2 games.
Yeah, he set the chance up. He sort of created the moment's confusion in the box that led to the pen. But yeah, let's be bluntly honest. And now Merthyr are attacking, so let's deal with this chance first. Smurden on the left-hand side as Merthyr seek to come back into the game. It's away by Finley Walsh-Smith. Gosport having to defend as Merthyr recycle and go again. Kieran Evans, the cross comes in from the right-hand side, dealt with by Tar. Now, has it gone for the corner? Yes, it has. So it was a bit of a sliced clearance there from Rory Williams, but he thought maybe he'd sort of kept it in play. He hadn't. So it is a corner to the visitors. Now, just while we're setting up for the corner, I think let's go back to the penalty. I think it was just one of those that, letter of the law, yes, maybe it's a penalty. But could he get his hand out of the way? I don't know. If I was Merthyr, I'd be feeling a bit miffed about that one, if I'm honest. It certainly wasn't Stonewall, but there you go. Anyway, the corner, we are ready to go. He's taken to the left-hand side, flashes across the area. Gosport do enough. Shot comes in. It's over the bar from Jack Evans, though, and out into Privet Park behind the stadium. But Gosport now are in what I call the danger zone, having just gone ahead and you've got the euphoria of having scored, you tend to switch off. You tend to lose your concentration. And there's still a lot of questions being asked of the assistant referee there by Paul Michael, the Merthyr manager. I don't really blame him, to be honest.
And you would have to think if this was the Premier League, I bet we would still be here looking at the VAR.
VAR, yeah. But I mean, if you think of it the other way around, what if that was us that had conceded the penalty?
Yeah.
I think we'd have been, maybe.
You would have felt hard done by
Absolutely,
that,
absolutely. So, yeah, no doubt in my mind.
Probably one of those where it was really 50-50, could have gone anyway. Alfie Stanley lining up an audacious shot, edge of the box, volleying just high of the Merthyr crossbar. Gosport really showing great tenacity in this match, almost coming close to grabbing a second, shortly after grabbing the first, Jeremy.
Yeah, the ambition was there. It was a shot from distance. It never looked likely to sort of hit the target, but the ambition was there. And fair play to Alfie.
Alfie Stanley coming in for Dan Woodin today, really giving himself a real shot to try and get back into the first team.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to rotate, aren't you? I think as far as Gosport's concerned, the season's sort of almost over in terms that the playoffs are very unlikely, if not mathematically impossible. But you know, they need a win or two just to mathematically confirm they're not going down. So you're in that twilight zone.
A bit of a nothing stage, yeah.
Yeah, whereas Merthyr have got it all to play for today.
Do you think that pressure is starting to mount on Merthyr?
I doubt
as seen
it.
in this performance.
I doubt it. The way they're pulling results out of the bag most weekends, I really doubt it. I think they'll. You haven't seen the last of Merthyr today, James. They're going to come at Gosport, keep coming and coming and coming. And no, I think Gosport are in for a very torrid rest of the afternoon.
Simpson on the edge of the box looking to tee up Evans. Evans still gets on the end of the ball despite a number of Gosport bodies in front of him. Smurden cutting inside of Cameron Murray there, passing back into Evans. And now back into another fellow Evans, into Hanley, right at the penalty box. East cross is found by Cameron Murray, who heads it away, and Gosport looking to counter. It's Namadi Noir Shuku, edge of the centre circle, chips the ball high into Ashley Yearwood. Ashley Yearwood chases it down. He's now got Harry Kavanagh arriving on the overlap. Heavy touch from Ashley Yearwood, still keeps it in play as he passes it into Harry Kavanagh. Kavanagh a little frustrated there that Ashley Yearwood's pass wasn't good enough.
Yeah, but you're gonna get moments like that in any game. And I don't think Gosport have got much to complain about. They played really well. They've taken advantage of that fortuitous penalty they've been given, and they won the luck. And at this point, life's good, but long way to go.
Evans in the centre circle. He lays a through ball, trying to find the run of Ricardo Reis. Good off the ball right there by Finley Walsh-Smith, able to track that vision and in the end intercepting the ball.
Yeah, that was really tidy work there from Finn. I thought he had to get that right, because if he didn't, then Ricardo Reis was in clean through and certain to score.
Cameron Murray laying out into Harry Kavanagh, just outside of the Gosport technical directors, into Ashley Yearwood. Ashley Yearwood by the right corner flag, just a few yards away, keeps it in play on the byline. He's got Harry Kavanagh next to him. He does go for that option. The Gosport number 2 looking to now come inside. He is intercepted there by Evans, but the interception does fall to Alfie Stanley. Alfie Stanley couldn't keep it in possession, and Merthyr, they're coming forward now. Smurden passing the ball forward, skipped away there by Jarvis into this left-hand channel, back into Ricardo Reis, and now Cox, he's left-hand channel up against Bradley Tarbuck. Cox gets the better of Tarbuck, going for a shot. It forces a good save there from Adam Parks, who has to get down low to his left bottom corner, forcing a great save there by the former Plymouth keeper. It does go out for a corner, but Adam Parks really diverting the goal there.
That's deceptively difficult to read, that shot. It was bending, curling, just going to find its way inside that far post, and it was a full stretch save for Parks down low to his left. So did really well there, the Gosport goalkeeper. If he hadn't got it, that was 1-0.
Defensively there, was it a little bit too easy for Cox to stride past multiple Gosport defenders there?
Afraid so.
Well, Merthyr, it's going to be a corner taken. Lots of red and green bodies in the box. It's one in towards the near post. And it's worked onto Ricardo Reis. And the league's top goal scorer adds another goal to that. It was a corner in towards the near post. Hanley tucked it behind him, finding Ricardo Reis open in space. No Gosport bodies marking him. Easy goal, as you like, for Ricardo Reis. But he was showing his attacking presence, simply tapping home. And Merthyr, they're back in this and back on equal terms. Jeremy, awful defended corner there.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And that's what we were just saying, wasn't it? You must not switch off. and you do not let a ball travel along your 6-yard box like that. And you've got the league's leading goal scorer, a predator, right there. It's the easiest goal he'll score all season.
No one was marking him whatsoever there. Disappointing with that?
Yeah, 100%. You know, you don't. Yeah, you can't, like I'll just go back just to what I've said. Just keep switched on. Yeah, I don't mind if you're beaten by a worldie, but yeah, it's like I said to you about 10 minutes ago. Merthyr will keep coming at you, and they have done. You know, okay, they went a goal down, but yeah, they're going to keep on coming. Now, Gosport at the other end, though, with Rachuku, who's making his way into the penalty area, tries to dink a little cross. Oh, Stanley with a header there, and an easy save in the end for Jamie Cogman. But I'll tell you what, that was a chance to make it 2-1. An immediate response there. Now, James is doing his socials, so you've got me for a minute or so. Now, Merthyr just trying to play their way out from the back. Lee Lucas here. Gosport are trying to press. Wachuku applying the pressure. Here he is again. Wachuku down this left-hand side, just twists and turns. Here comes the cross. Stanley, a header over the bar. And another really, really good opportunity there for Gosport. And Stanley knows it. He looks to the heavens. Not going to find much help up there, son. But it was a really good, nailed-on chance there for Gosport to make it 2-1. And you're going to be a busy boy with all this.
I was going to say, keep my hands busy, Alice.
Yeah, I know. But no, it's actually turning into a pretty entertaining game, to be honest, listeners. Gosport 1, Merthyr 1, as we go into the latter stages of the first half.
And you know what, Jeremy? This is reminding me very similar at that last game of the season, Gosport up against Chesham, where both teams were really going for it in that one.
Yes, that was a great game of football, wasn't it? Because Chesham had already won the league. Gosport were already in the playoffs. They just needed a win to confirm. They were hoping of getting second place. It didn't happen. But what you had two teams just playing football, and how.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't mind if it stayed this way. It's definitely keeping everyone entertained, and I hope you're watching entertained. It is Gosport 1, Merthyr 1, so really anyone's to win. Looking at the Southern League, let's try and find out how AFC Tottenham are doing. AFC Tottenham are still leading 1-0 against Bracknell. 35 minutes played there. Evans chasing down a ball before Adam Parks eventually cleared away. Returning back to the scores in the Southern League, Chertsey, their goalless against Dorchester. Havant and Waterlooville, they've got a goal back against Frome, 1 apiece there. Gloucester, they're now leading 1-0 against Hanwell. It's obviously 1-1 here at the AEI Stadium. Marlow, they're goalless to Taunton. Plymouth Parkway, they're 1 down against Hungerford. Plymouth Parkway, I've already said that one, sorry. Shirling 1-1 against Basingstoke. Swindon, they're goalless to Wimborne. Walton and Hersham, 1-0 up against Poole. And Winchester, they're goalless to Tiverton. Looking at the two bottom games there, Jeremy, Walton and Hersham leading against Poole, probably expected. And then Winchester, goalless to Tiverton. Two games that could have a large ramifications on that relegation scrap.
Yeah, I think Tiverton are in dire straits, if I'm honest. But they've had another management change recently, so we'll see what sort of effect that has. Haven't doing well to get an equaliser up at Frome because, as I said, Frome's never an easy place to go. Sloping pitch, the crowd are quite literally on top of you. Not hostile, but certainly partisan down there. So it's never easy to go and play and get anything down there.
Gosport on the attack. Namadi Nawashuku laying back into Asher Yearwood. Yearwood trying to get the better of Lucas there in the far side. The former Beaconsfield man scooping back there into Rory Williams. Rory Williams, the furthest Gosport man back at the moment as he passes it into Charlie Phasma inside the centre circle. Charlie Phasma back into Rory Williams. Williams looking up, trying to play that forward pass into Alfie Stanley there, well read by Jarvis. And now Merthyr, they're coming forward. A scoop ball can't find Ricardo Reese as it's headed away there by Charlie Phasma. Before Charlie Phasma has to hook it over his head. Can't find Alfie Stanley, unfortunately, the clearance, as it's Evans inside the centre circle, searching a pass into another fellow Evans. Asher Yearwood, he's chasing it down, goes sliding in. There's excellently there to win the ball. Fortunately, Evans has gone down, but Evans rolls the ball forward into Nawashuku. The Gosport number 17, currently free in space. He's got Alfie Stanley beside him. Nawashuku cuts inside before going for goal, blazing over the bar. But up until that point, Jeremy, it was great build-up play from Namadi. Just the final end product, a little bit toothless there.
Yeah, the execution of the shot was not there, and he had a difficult angle to work with because he was coming in from the left, as we're looking at it, from the left-hand side. The angle was tightening and tightening getting more acute, and in the end, it was just high wide and not very handsome. But bless him, a really good move, and up until that point, really good to watch.
Yeah, and I have to admit, it seems like he's playing a much more different way now under Liam Dish, playing more as that striker counterpart with Alfie Stanley, and it seems to be really benefiting him.
Yes, and the two seem to gel well together. Now, obviously the old guard, the talisman, Dan Wooden on the bench, ready to come on, and Dan can still do a really good job. Make no mistake. Although his game's evolved and changed down the years, it's more of a target man and a holding player now. But he used to go for the pace and the sublime and the spectacular.
But definitely, and I'm sure we will see Dan Wooden at some point today. Maybe he could come on and find a winner. We just don't know. There is still a Merthyr player down, so I'll try and get you some of the results in the Premier League and the scores going on there. The scores currently going on in the Premier League. Everton, they're goalless to West Ham. Southampton, they're trailing 1-0 down to Wolves. Ipswich, they're 2-0 down to Nottingham Forest. Forest really chasing down a Champions League spot now, following a good win over Man City. And speaking of City, they lead Brighton 2-1. In a later kickoff today, Bournemouth, they face Brentford at home. And the big clashes tomorrow, Arsenal take on Chelsea in the London derby. And also, you do have the Carabao Cup final between Newcastle and Liverpool, I want to say. So, yeah, a lot of good football going on at the moment. Play has resumed here at the AI Stadium, just waiting for the goal kick to be taken. Evans is back on his feet, so it looks like Merthyr won't need to make any substitutions. Looking at the Championship, still play hasn't resumed here, so I'll get you some of the scores in the Championship as well.
But yeah, the penalty was...
Scores in the Championship, there's a lot of games going on in the Championship. Bristol, they beat Norwich 2-1 yesterday in kickoff. In the early kickoff today, QPR drew to Leeds. Leeds once again dropping points. Millwall, they beat Stoke by a 0-0. Luton, they're goalless to Middlesbrough. Blackburn 1-1 against Cardiff, and the game is back underway here at the AI Stadium. So I'll try and get you some more scores of the Championship when the ball next does go out of play. But it's Finley Walsh-Smith. He's currently on the ball inside his own box. Ricardo Reese chasing him down as he instead rolls it across into Roy Williams. Roy Williams smashing the ball forward. It's being chased down by Ashley Eward inside the left-hand channel. He's got Namadi Nawar-Shuku just behind him as he does go for that pass, passing back into Namadi. Nawar-Shuku teeing a shot up for Bradley Tarbuck, but in the end it was well gathered there by Lucas, who is striding forward as he lays it into Simpson right of him, just still inside Merthyr's half. But yeah, Gosport just not making the most of that attack there. And Merthyr coming forward, looking for their second. But really, anyone can take the lead now here at the AI Stadium. It's been a thrilling game. It's still one piece here. And Jeremy, what have you made of the start to this game?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been good. Merthyr are a good quality side, as you'd expect them to be, being top of the league. Gosport played very well, aside a bit of a defensive lapse. Also has two defensive lapses. And here's another one.
With a great ball forward into Ricardo Reese. Just got offside there by Harry Kavanagh and Freddie Walsh-Smith. Good high line there by the Gosport back line.
Yeah, that had to be. But Gosport played well besides one or two lapses, one of which unfortunately did prove very costly. But yeah, there's not a lot not to like in this game so far as we sort of approach half-time.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's been a very thrilling game. Adam Parks with a free kick just outside of his box from the Merthyr offside. Adam Parks just pondering where to play this pass. He's going to go far inside the Merthyr half. It's going to be easily read, though, by Simpson. Not great kick there from Adam Parks. Luckily, Simpson had a heavy touch there, which sees it well read there by Charlie Phasma, who passes it back into Adam Parks. Parks leaving it a little late there before clearing it. It's going to go into the arms of the Merthyr coach there. Merthyr coach passing it into Smurden so he can quickly take that throw in. Evans laying a ball into Simpson. Simpson, he was in space there, but Rory Williams superbly getting goal bound of him there.
That was good defending there from Rory, and Finn assisted him to clear the danger. But I've noticed that Merthyr are going up through the gears now, so Gosport just have to be wary of that. And I think half-time could be coming at the right time now, James, because Merthyr are just starting to shift up through those gears now. And the moves are incisive, they're quick. it's a joy to watch, actually.
Alfie Stanley winning possession inside the Merthyr half as he plays a through ball into Noir Shuku. Noir Shuku cutting inside, and for the third time in this game, when he's had the goal begging at his mercy, he's blazed over the Merthyr crossbar. A real wasted opportunity, Jeremy.
Yeah, that was really well done from Alfie. Just seized on the mistake, a very rare mistake for the visitors there. But the shot, that was disappointing. I've got to be honest. So James is tweeting, didn't realise he was doing that. So Merthyr now are coming out of defence down this left-hand side. And not many options there for Ryan Phillips to do something with it. Now Nachuku brings the ball down and there's an offside flag against him now. Merthyr, off they go again. Lee Lucas now on the halfway line. Now Merthyr not in a rush, and here comes the board for 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes. So sorry, just had to break off entirely the job. You see, we multitask here at Gosport Borough. So yeah, I think just trying to get my train of thought back there. But so let's carry on. Ricardo Reese now with a little bit too much room, 20 yards out, closing. Now down to 18 yards on the edge of the area. Still has the ball. Plays it back to Lucas, switches the ball inside. Back to Lucas again. Tries to slip the ball through there to Noah Smurden. But Merthyr still have it. And we are into those 2 added minutes now. And so not so clever there pass by Kieran Evans. Yeah, it was not. He'll be disappointed with that one. Merthyr still trying, and Danny Holland's just trying to ping the ball over the top towards the runner Stanley, but it was having far too much pace on it. And Gosport just get a chance to breathe. Now, what I've noticed is that Merthyr now keeping ball a lot more, and they're doing it very, very well. Just in possession, they're very calm, very composed, very unhurried, and yet, bang, then they'll slip the killer pass through. And they're varying that. Sometimes it's a ball over the top. Sometimes it's a ball on the floor that splits 2 defenders. I really like watching this team. It's a joy to watch.
Yeah, definitely. But I do think Gosport, they've held themselves very well today against this Merthyr side.
Absolutely, yes. I'm not diddling Gosport because they have played extremely well. But my observations are that I think you're going to see a lot more of Merthyr in the second half.
Yeah, definitely.
Much more. Much more.
And I'm sure that will be echoed by Liam Daesh at half-time. And you know what? I think both teams will feel that's fair going in one apiece.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think you can't argue otherwise. Because Gosport have been in the game 100%. I wouldn't say that Merthyr have been 100% the better side, because Gosport have more than held their own. But then you've watched, and there's the half-time whistle.
Well, that's half-time here at the AEI Stadium. It was Gosport who did take the lead. It was a penalty converted by Ashiyewa to give Borough the lead here at the AEI Stadium. But Merthyr, they did come back, and they did get their goal through a corner, which did see Ricardo Reese get on the end of a loose pass, tapping home for the Martyrs to put them back onto level terms. It's been a thrilling game here at the AEI Stadium, and we'll be back for second half coverage. But our finish is here, one apiece.
Is £250, so that is a really good amount of Where are lads then?
Yeah, I was going to say, just waiting for them now, aren't we?
I don't see all 5 subs, so I'm wondering if we'd be making a change actually.
That's working. I'm trying to look up for the ones that haven't come back on yet.
Here they go.
I don't think Louis Walsh is down there. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to second half commentary where Merthyr are taking on Gosport Borough here at the AEI Stadium. It's a game that's going to have large ramifications involving the title race. Both teams, they've just come out now. Gosport in our all-yellow shirt from my right to left, and Merthyr shirt from my left to red in a red and green away strip today, I want to say. In the Southern League, a lot of half-time scores. AFC Totten in the other game involving that big title race, they're leading Bracknell by that 0-0. Chertsey, they're 1-0 down against Dorchester. Frome, 1 apiece against Hampton Waterlooville. Hampton Waterlooville, they're coming from behind to get back onto level 2 terms, against Frome. Gloucester, they lead Hanwell by 2-0, really charging down for a playoff place. Marlow, they're down against Taunton. Plymouth, 1 down against Hungerford. Shirling, 1 apiece against Basingstoke. Swindon goalless against Winbourne. Wootton and Hersham, they're 1-0 up against Poole. And Winchester, they're goalless against Tiverton. The game has just kicked off here at the AEI Stadium. Merthyr kicking off here. And Jeremy, no changes, what you just said there. Shocked at all by that?
Nope. Welcome back, listeners. It promises to be a really interesting second half here at the AEI. 1-1 going into this. And Gosport giving as good as they're getting in lots of different ways. But Merthyr, I think we're going to see a lot more of them second half.
And I'll tell you what a first half it was. Gosport scoring through a penalty, and Ricardo Rees, the league's top goal scorer, netting for Merthyr today. I mean, this game really could go anyway, couldn't it, Jeremy?
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. And it's going to be interesting. I love it. I think just a little chilly out there by the look of it. It's quite a stiff northeasterly breeze. So it's chilly for the players, even though it looks really nice from in here with the sun out. But yeah, that wind is going to have a very slight impact, I think, especially if you go long Route 1. I think that's going to sort of have a mild impact on the game.
And also Merthyr now shooting towards the sun.
Yes.
That's going to be challenging for
them.
them.
The sun not setting yet, but certainly if you're sort of playing from left to right towards the clubhouse end in this half as they are, you're going to have, you're certainly going to have, that's going to look at, I mean, in fact, I'm going to say it's going to have more of an impact on Adam Parks. Look at that.
Yeah, that's not good for Adam Parks. But I suppose it opens up the possibility for Merthyr to just have a crack at anywhere and obviously test him.
Shoot on sight.
They probably saw the highlights maybe from the Chertsey game. Adam Parks sometimes being out of position. And yeah, I would say that's a great chance for players to go for it.
As much as I've praised Adam, that was a glaring error, I'm afraid, that gifted them that second goal that in our last home game here a fortnight ago. And but that's one of the very few mistakes I think he's made, far outweighed by some of the match-saving saves that he's made.
Hasn't been forced into too much action today. Gosport on the attackers. Alfie Stanley trying to play it into Namadine Shuku, but well cut out by the high block there from Merthyr. As it's Evans on the far side trying to get past Asher Yearwood. And also Tarbuck there, I want to say, holding back a few shot. The referee has blown for a Merthyr. Oh, no. I've thrown, sorry. Thought he was giving a Merthyr free kick, but Gosport got a throw in there.
Throw, yeah.
Pass back into Finley Walsh-Smith inside his own half. Back into Charlie Fasmer, but Charlie Fasmer doesn't control it. Adam Parks is going to have to come out of his position. Doing well there to pass it into Rory Williams. Doing well there to see the danger and now more or less fully averted as Bradley Tarbuck playing a pass into Namadine Warshaku on the near side. Noir Shuku, the left striker, passing it back into Tarbak. Tarbak striding forward, back into Noir Shuku before Ashiyewood lifts it over Hanley into Tarbak. Tarbak slipping at a pivotal moment, still tries to get a pass across, still on the floor, but the pass falling into the legs of Hanley, and now Hanley into Simpson. Simpson playing it more infield into Kieran Evans, back into Simpson, more of a right wing, I would say, in the second half, who did play it into Ricardo Reese. Ricardo Reese brought down by Charlie Vasmer, and the referee blowing for a free kick there, Jeremy.
Yeah, that was an unlucky one, if I'm honest, because he just ran into Charlie. But again, like the penalty, by the letter of the law, it was a foul for obstruction, but a little on the unlucky side, but there it is.
It's going to be taken by Merthyr's number 17 here, which is Lee Lucas, the defender. So coming pretty high up to take this set piece as he passes into Danny Simpson. Right at the penalty box, up against Bradley Tarbuck. The Merthyr forward doing well to progress pretty high upfield. Beating Bradley Tarbuck on the first duel before turning the former Havant and Waterlooville man. He has eventually been brought down. Referee says play on. Very little appeals as well, which does suggest it was a good challenge made there by Gosport.
Yeah, had to be.
Now Smurd in the centre of the Gosport half, laying it out into Ricardo Reese, I want to say, there in the left-hand channel up against Cameron Murray, as it has been passed back into Evans. Evans back into Jarvis, back into Evans. Evans laying a good through ball into Kieran Evans, and Kieran Evans finishes it in the back of the net. That's a cool finish there from the Merthyr number 19. And Merthyr, they've started this second half well. Kieran Evans, he's only played 33 times. That is his 5th goal this season. Well taken there by the Merthyr forward. Coolly slid in there, Jeremy, and an even better finish.
Absolutely, very sublime finish, and cool as you like. And they've been threatening that, I'm afraid.
Been a disappointing start to the second half, considering how we were in the first half.
Absolutely. It's what Gosport didn't want to do, and they did. Just gave Evans, who was far too much room, and through he went. Clinical finish, 2-1. And the league leaders have their noses in front, having come from behind. But hey, Gosport has still got a long way to go. They could still get something from this game. There's still plenty of football to be played. And let's see what goes on. So James is tweeting, so you've got me and Gosport just get the game back underway with Cameron Murray. They're now 2-1 down, having been 1-0 up, courtesy of that penalty that converted by Ashiyewood. But Gosport now having to find a way back in themselves, where in the first half, having taken the lead, they were in a position where they could try and dictate things, but not anymore. Now Merthyr are in the box seat in this game, 2-1 up, playing well, knowing that they had to produce a result here today because Tottenham winning at home to Bracknell, they're now to Swords Bracknell Town. Throw in to Gosport, though, taken by Tarbuck down this left-hand side, James.
Tarbuck taking it, and he's currently on the ball at the moment. He's got Rory Williams behind him, but instead goes back into Dutchy Hollins. Hollins into Rory Williams. Two players with bags of experiences. Dutchy Hollins rolls it into Bradley Tarbuck despite being taken down. And Tarbuck lays the ball into Ashiyewood left of the penalty box. The flag has gone up for offside. Ashley a little too keen there.
I think so, but not much more to say there, James.
Well, I'll get you some of the scores in the Southern League while we're currently at a little bit of a stoppage. Yes, the Merthyr keeper just comes to take this kick. AFC Tottenham still leading by 1-0. It has kicked off again at Chertsey versus Dorchester. The visitors leading 1-0 there. Through they're 1-1 against Hampton Waterlooville. Gloucester 2-0 up against Hanwell at half-time there. It's 2-1 now here at the AEI Stadium. Merthyr leading. Plymouth Parkway, they're 1-0 down against Hungerford. Sholing 1-1 against Basingstoke. Swindon goalless against Wimborne. Walton 1-0 up against Pooltown. And Winchester goalless against Tiverton. That game being the real relegation scrap towards the bottom of the table there.
Bit of a cynical challenge there from Alfie Stanley as we come back to this game. But yeah, I must admit I missed what you said there in terms of the other games. But
not really too much has changed since the first half.
Well, we're only sort of just a shy 10 minutes into the second half here, so.
I think just the Merthyr fans will be keeping eyes on that Tottenham game at the top.
Of course they will. It's going to be like that every weekend, where the two teams watching each other as well as trying to play their own games.
And also, I think there's been a lot more entertainment towards the bottom of the table this year, with Poole being in the current relegation zone and Winchester also just flirting above it.
It's going to be tight, you know, James, in terms of who goes down and The only one I can see really, let's come back to that.
Merthyr on the attack, Ricardo Reese turning Cameron Murray, but in the end, Cameron Murray backpedaled well before Adam Parks hacks out for a corner ball. I think he wanted to do a little better there with his clearance.
Yeah, but at least it didn't result in a goal. At least a corner Gosport can defend and repel Merthyr, but it is a corner to the Martyrs, yes, and Gosport need to be very much on it here and concentrating.
Well, 2 Gosport players now warming up, one being Louis Walsh and the other being the experienced Dan Wooden. I think we do need him to try and get back into this game. Merthyr leading by 2-1, and they could have a good chance to make it 3, as it's going to be Evans on the corner flag here. Will he go short? Will he go long? Looks like he's going to go long in towards the near post. It finds Hanley. Similar to what happened in the second goal, there are appeals for handball there. I think very light-hearted appeals there, so referee doesn't agree. Ball is being charged down by Evans in the centre of the Gosport half. Eventually sees Lucas in the centre circle, trip, losing possession, but the referee has pulled for a free kick. Not happy there, the referee, saying Dutchy was a little clumsy.
Yeah, again, clumsy is the right word, and Gosport just starting to offer Merthyr opportunities now, such as conceding free kicks like this. Got to be a little bit more careful, in my opinion.
And also, probably not as good as an opportunity to what they have had earlier with set pieces, but still, Jack Evans, he's on the centre circle going short as he strides forward now. The number 14 laying out into Hanley, the Merthyr skipper. Hanley up against Bradley Tarbuck as he tried to switch it infield into 17. Well read there by Rory Williams before Gosport clear their lines. The clearance falling as far as Lucas on the halfway line, heading forward. Noir Shuku, though, chases it down, winning Gosport possession on the halfway line. And you know what? I've been very impressed with Namadi today.
Yes, he's played well. I mean, his finishing's let him down, but here we go.
Speaking of Namadi, he passes it into Alfie Stanley. Alfie Stanley stuttering with his shot there before slipping at the vital moment. It sees Ryan Phillips stride forward now, and Merthyr might be able to counter here. But in the end, Kieran Evans taking a little too long, switching back, passing it into Smurden. And that's what happens if Merthyr can blink.
Yep, and Alfie slips. And I think he's done himself a little bit of mischief as well. I hate to say it, but when he almost did the splits there as he went down, I think he might have tweaked something because he's not running easily now. I hope I'm wrong.
Ricardo Reese playing a good through ball here into Evans. It was well hacked away there by Adam Parks, who did have to come out into no man's land. Adam Parks, great position in there, did well to read that.
Defence splitting pass there, and Gosport didn't read it. And good job Adam was there to do what he did.
Well, we're straight through that gap there, as you said, between Charlie Vasman and Finley Walsh-Smith. And that's when you could really do with just a player in between then. Well, maybe lacking Joe Morrison.
That's what I said, wasn't it? At the end of the first half in commentary, I said that Merthyr can play that kind of pass, a defence splitting pass between 2 players, and suddenly they're 2 forwards coming through. So it's, Gosport have got to be, I think if they're going to make any changes at all, they're going to have to make a defensive switch. But they look as though they're preparing Dan Wooden. But maybe Morrison going out there and switching to a back 4 might be better. But who am I?
Well, I think Morrison would work perfectly in this game, a player who does like to get upfield from the defence unit. Or maybe Paul Agbesi, but unfortunately, he's not on the bench today.
No, I'm not sure he's sat up here in the stand.
I'm not sure whether he's injured then or not, but
I don't know. I haven't seen much of Paul this season, which is a shame. So he's a lovely guy. Was very capable in co-commentary duties with me at Worthing. But yes, anyway.
Well, Bradley Tarbuck coming down the left-hand channel. He's got Namadi arriving on the overlap. Noir Shuku playing a ball back into the danger zone. It trickles its way onto Bradley Tarbuck, left side edge of the box. Tarbuck trying to switch it onto Harry Kavanagh on the far side, but instead finds Smurden, who in the end gets it to Ricardo Reese. And Ricardo Reese does well to play a ball forward there. And now I want to say it's Evans in the left-hand channel striding forward, but well cut out there by Charlie Vasma. And now Dutchy Holland clears it into the Gosport Harry Mitson stand as it does go out for a Merthyr throw-in. Just, I'd say, 10 yards away from the halfway line. It's going to be Smurden running to take this throw-in. And Merthyr really starting to suffocate this Gosport team, looking for that third and really trying to kill off this game.
Yeah, a third goal will do it. I can't see Gosport coming back from that. But while it's 2-1, Gosport are very much in this. But I think their performance is flagging, if I'm not I'm not being too unkind, I don't think.
Oh, a ball has been lost forward into Namadi Nawashuku. He brings it down greatly, but that's a great challenge there by the Merthyr defender. I'm pretty sure that was Lucas there who just got in front of him. You've got to give the Merthyr defender his dues there. He did excellently.
Oh, I do. That was some challenge. That was top work defensively. You've got to applaud that, because Wachuku was clean through, and it needed an exquisite challenge. If you get it wrong, it's a penalty, or he's through and he's going to score.
Exactly.
But absolutely just on it.
Oh, Bradley Tarbart nearly nipping the ball there. In the end, it was well called dealt with by Lucas. But once again, it's that danger man, Namadi Nawashuku, on the end of all these balls, chasing them down.
But I'll tell you what, if he carries on getting these opportunities, he's going to stick them
Alfie
in.
Stanley with another through ball into Namadi Nawashuku. The man we were just talking about, Namadi looking to cut inside of Hanley, instead laying back into Asher Yearwood. Yearwood turning, passing it to Kavanagh, and Kavanagh scuffs his shot. I don't think our chairman, Ian McKennis, is very happy with that one.
No.
But you have to admire it. It was great build-up play.
It was
unlucky with the ending.
fantastic football from Gosport Borough. Wachuku then just got away. His pace took him clear of the Merthyr defence. And then the end product was Kavanagh scuffing his shot wide. And yes, you're right. Ian McInnes, the chairman, on his feet and not best pleased with it. But the move up to that point deserved applauding. But look out.
Well, it's Merthyr on the ball at the moment. Simpson switching it across. It can't find Ricardo Reese, and instead comes a searching Adam Parks, bowling it out into Harry Kavanagh. Harry Kavanagh, the ex-Pompey Academy graduate, launching it into Bradley Tarbuck. It's a heavy hit pass, poorly controlled there by Bradley Tarbuck, as it does go out for a throw-in on the near side. I'm not sure who really is to blame for that one, Harry or Tarbuck.
No point debating it.
Well, either way, Merthyr capitalises now.
I do sense a Gosport Borough substitution is imminent, and I think Merthyr are about to make some changes too.
I'll be interested to see who comes on for both teams here, as there is a Merthyr player down currently on in the centre circle. Gives me time to get you some of the scores in the Southern League. 10 minutes have been played in a lot of these games within the second half. AFC Totton still leading by a 1-0 against Bracknell. Chertsey, they're 1 goal down against Dorchester. Through still level against Hampton Waterlooville. 1 apiece there. Gloucester, they're 3-0 up against Hanwell. Gosport still trailing 2-1 against Merthyr. Marlow, they're 1 down against Taunton. And Plymouth Parkway also down to Hungerford. 1 goal in it. Shirling, they're 1-1 against Basingstoke. Swindon goalless against Wimborne. Walton leading Poole by that 0-0, and Winchester goalless to Tiverton. So a lot of big scores in the Southern League.
That last game's a crucial one at the bottom of the table. As you say, Tiverton and Winchester are both in trouble.
A little bit of a surprise seeing Winchester near the drop this season.
Yeah, and their attendance is in 924.
Not bad at all. A good attendance as per usual from the AI Stadium. And it's mad to see, Jeremy, how it's really trajected over the last 2 years, the attendance is here at the AI Stadium.
Absolutely. And now is a good time to put that out, I think. Oh, no, there's no time. They can wait for the next series stoppage and then,
Well, hopefully you don't have a goal announcement to do beforehand, because Merthyr do have a set piece just outside of Gosport's technical director box. It's going to be their number 14, Evans, taking this one. But it's a poor set piece as it's into the legs of Asher Yearwood. Chased down by Cameron Murray, but it's gone all the way back into Smurden inside his own half as he looks to stride forward, laying a pass into Jack Evans on the far channel, before eventually being carved up by Finley Walsmith. And now Charlie Fasmo switching forward into Asher Yearwood, and Asher Yearwood searching forward, running forward, does well to get a pass cross into Harry Kavanagh. Kavanagh trying to lay it into Namadi Nawashuku, can get on the end of it. Poor pass from Kavanagh.
Yeah, the execution was disappointing, but Gosport's approach play is at times delightful. And that was no exception. But it's just, again, it's that final ball or the final execution, isn't it?
And you know what? I've also noticed a change to how we attack as well. Often we like to ping balls in the box, whereas we're playing it a lot more on the floor now, it seems.
Yeah, so Parks has gone route 1.
I was going to say, once again, jinxing my commentating curse. Parks, I think that was Yearwood there chasing the ball down against Ryan Phillips before eventually Finley Walsmith headed it back into the gloves of Adam Parks. Pretty safe here. Still Merthyr leading by those 2-1. Charlie Fasma doing a long ball into Namadi Nawashuku. Noir Shuku caught offside there.
And Gosport are preparing Dan Wooden, so that's a matter of time now.
And I think, well, like we said, we know Dan Wooden's capabilities and really can be a catalyst for this, try and finding an equaliser. Harry Kavanagh heading it into Dutchy Hollins. Hollins' header finds Yearwood. Yearwood turns, passing back into Tarbuck inside his own half. Jeremy, looking at that substitution, who could you see coming off for Dan Wooden's replacement?
Wuchuku would be my first thought, because Wooden offers something different. Now, Gosport can't afford to go gung-ho and put a third striker on the pitch at the moment, because otherwise the whole structure of the team's going to shift. So I think it'll be a straight swap, probably Namdi coming off. But we'll see, I might be wrong.
To be fair, I could understand that substitution. And by having two strikers, you can play very different methods. It allows the team to really switch up and have that unpredictability element.
Well, Wooden's more of a holding, sort of a target man holding. He sort of nips in, he gets in there, and he sort of makes himself a bit of a nuisance. Whereas Namdi, he's got his pace, he just charges through, he'll attack you. But Wooden will offer you something very different. And if Merthyr aren't careful, then he'll get in amongst and he'll be a real danger to them.
Williams launching in another ball, which is being chased down by Namadi Noir Shuku. Jarvis there doing well, holding Namadi there and seeing it go out for a goal kick, in which Cookman will be very happy to take it. And I've noticed also Ashley Yearwood seems to be playing a bit more of a strike role now, as opposed to being a lot deeper back beforehand.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see how players' roles have evolved and changed during the season. And I think you're going to see some of that right now. Ao Fanyan's coming on. And that's an interesting one.
I was going to say. So I would very well suggest they are going to go for a lot more crossing now. So Ao and Dan Wooden looking to be the two Gosport players to be coming on.
I'm wondering if they're...
maybe. I think Stanley will.
Stanley off, maybe. Now we know that. Because AO's another striker who can offer something completely different again.
Exactly,
so, they all pose their unique threats to Merthyr. So it'll be interesting to see how Gosport do this.
Smurden in the left-hand channel. He plays a through ball into Evans. Evans has beaten the offside trap. He doesn't get past Adam Parks. Adam Parks making himself large, but the reflection does fall to Ricardo. Oh! It's off the crossbar, and Simpson can't tap it home. Still not properly averted before a ball has eventually been cleared. I don't know how Merthyr hasn't scored from that there, Jeremy.
Where do you even start with that? This body's on the pitch now. Where do you even start with that? It's that's nuts, because save, the initial good save, and then it on the bar, and Gosport survived it.
I would say more luck probably, if anything, but Adam Parks with a crucial save to even make that possible.
Crucial is right, because if that had gone in, then that's 3-1 and game over.
But Merthyr, they will have a free kick here, 20-ish yards away. It's going to be taken by Merthyr's number 17, Lee Lucas, lining this up here. Instead, Kieran Evans switches to take it. It's a through ball, a soft pass, which he was well seen there by Adam Parks. He does come out to collect it before bowling it into Finney Walsh-Smith. And Finney Walsh-Smith's pass finds Alfie Stanley. Alfie Stanley back into Kavanagh, and Kavanagh looking to push further up the field. I'm thinking maybe it could even be Harry Kavanagh coming off in replacement of Samuel Fanian.
Yes.
Look to play more Finn as a right back, centre-back role.
Yes, I think that's a good shout, potentially, But let's. It's gonna. I think this is signalling a change of formation,
definitely,
and a change of tactics, without a doubt. But we'll just have to wait and see. The sub hasn't happened yet, and when it does, it'll be interesting to see how it affects the game from here.
Definitely. 21 minutes have been played in this second half.
Is
still Merthyr leading by those 2-1. Smurden passing it into Evans. Evans did think he was going to leave it for Hanley, but was cut out there by Bradley Tarbuck. Now Ricardo Rees has it on the centre circle inside Gosport's half. Smurden in the centre circle being dispossessed there by Ashley Yearwood. And the ball being pinballed between the two sides. The two teams looking like they don't want any of the ball, before eventually Alfie Stanley was brought down. Gosport giving a free kick. It's time for Gosport to make that substitution. So it's going to be Alfie Stanley coming off in replacement of Dan Wooden, and the other one seeing Samuel Fanian come on. And Samuel Fanian will be coming on for Harry Kavanagh. So it will be that.
For Merthyr. Okay.
Merthyr also making a change. It's going to be their number 4, which is Livermore coming on in replacement
Number
of
19, Kieran Evans.
Evans.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, both sides making substitutions. First of all, Gosport Borough coming on number 9, Dan Wooden, and number 10, Ayo Fanion, replacing number 2, Harry Kavanagh, and number 11, Alfie Stanley. Merthyr coming on number 4, Anya in Livermore, replacing number 19, Kieran.
Well, Jeremy, let's start with Merthyr's substitutions first. That does suggest they're going to go more defensive now.
Yes, I think so. Well, they're happy with what they've got. They're trying to shut up shop, potentially. But, so Gosport, though, that's an intriguing one. 2 strikers on. They've put an extra striker on.
Well, I think it kind of reverts to what we were saying there about having Finley Walsh-Smith now pivot as a right-back and centre-back role. We've seen he's capable of doing it and just allows for one extra player in that forward role now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how it all slots in, actually. I'm just having a look while you're doing that. But so Wooden, I think, is now become the target man, and you've got. I'm trying to figure it out, but anyway. Well, meanwhile, we'll come back to that because Merthyr on the attack here. On to Simpson here, trying to find a way through. Is he going to get the space with a shot? No. Outstanding defensive work there from Finley Walsh-Smith. Concedes a corner, but I'll tell you what, his yellow card flashed. Who's that for? Yellow card's out, but for who? Rory Williams? Williams. Rory Williams.
That's probably for checking, I would say.
Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. So James is tweeting. So let's follow the Merthyr corner then. We're obviously trying to keep up with events quite quickly there. So Rory Williams, we think, booked for descent. Here comes the corner. It's an in-swinger towards the near post. Ooh. And the keeper's fumbled it and then clutched it and claimed it second time around. Liam Daish down in the technical area is saying, crack on, push on, come on. And Parks just delays and dilly-dallies a little bit there. But now Gosport are on the move. A Route 1 delivery that ends up in the stand. Gosport 1, Merthyr 2, 20 minutes left. Can Gosport get back into this? They've made a double change. Merthyr also changing things around as well. But can it be that Gosport can find a way back in? But they need to be ever so careful because Merthyr are still looking pretty useful going forward as well. And James is back.
But you would have to think, Jeremy, a third Merthyr goal would really kill off this game now.
Absolutely, 100%. It's done, finished. Yeah, if they get another one, it's over. But so Gosport need to just keep their 2-1 and keep plugging away and hope that they can get back into it.
Tarbuck inside his own half, passing back into Walsh-Smith. Walsh-Smith coolly faking a fake pass there into Simpson, keeping it in Gosport play. Now Roy Williams coming down the near side. He's got Ashley Yearwood in front of him. Instead goes for the long pass into Dan Wooden. Wooden questioning whether that was the right option there from Williams, and so am I.
Yeah, never mind. He'll be disappointed with that. But Gosport keep plugging away. We've still got sort of 19 minutes of this game plus whatever time is added on to play.
Williams cutting out a loose Merthyr pass. Williams laying back into Dan Wooden, a substitute, and Dan Wooden can sort out his feet, but Sam Namadi, sorts out his feet, shoots, and it's straight down the throat of Cogman, unfortunately.
Wooden stumbled.
Yeah.
It's unlucky because he was trying to lean and hook the ball with his right foot and just stumbled, went down. And at the other end, Charlie Wassmer just doing enough to put Merthyr off.
Noir Shukudo doing well to salvage it and keep it alive there, that opportunity. Forcing a good stop there from Cogman. Gosport back on the attack. Asher Yearwood inside his own half, passing back into Rory Williams. And once again, you've got to admire Rory Williams. Really was the centre of that attack and really starting it off there.
Yeah, redeemed himself for his error of a few moments ago, but
that pass not so good.
No, never mind. Never mind. It's the game's still in the balance as far as I'm concerned.
Definitely.
Merthyr aren't running away with it. They lead 2-1, but Gosport still very much in this. But they've just got to beware that killer third goal.
I think from what Liam Daish has seen, he'll be, even though the score's not the way he wants it, he'll be very happy with the performance.
He's got plenty to say down there. I'll tell you, he's been deep in conversation for the last few minutes with his colleagues.
Probably one of the more animated managers we've seen in that dugout for a long time, I would say.
He is a fiery character, make no mistake. He's passionate, and there's a lot of fire in there. but that makes him who he is, and you wouldn't want to change him.
Well, yeah, definitely. As Rory Williams has a thrown on the near side, tries to pick out Cameron Murray. Murray pushed to the floor. Dutchy Hollins comes as a backup, but he doesn't win the ball. And now Evans plays a good through ball into Simpson. Simpson through on goal against Adam Parks. Simpson going for the near post, and in the end blazed into the side netting. It was a low-driven shot there from Simpson. A good opportunity to make it free there. Simpson not taking it, Jeremy.
No, but the angle was working against him. He was going wider and wider of that near post, and the angle was getting tighter all the while. Parks was out to meet him, and just enough to put him off, James. So you're tweeting, so I'm back with the listeners now. So Gosport, there's a midfield battle going on out there, and Ayo Fanion's certainly in the middle of it. He's just been penalised for a bit of a not a stamp, that's an exaggeration, but his foot, the foot of Evans, he sort of trod on the foot, and a yellow card goes to Danny Hollins. Yep, so Gosport's second yellow.
He's never forgiven the referee for not giving the foul.
So, yes, Gosport's player manager needs just to be a little bit careful now. He's walking the proverbial tightrope. So, free kick to Merthyr then, just inside the Gosport half. It's not the best, and Rory Williams cuts it out fairly quickly and easily. Now here, the Gosport captain is in possession. Fanion drops out just behind him to help. Player manager Holland now just spreading the ball back to Wasmer on the edge of his own area. Now Charlie Wasmer travelling with the ball. He looks up. What does he see? There's options all over the place. The ball isn't towards Fanion. He brings it down. Can he get it under control? Might he still? No, he can't. And he's been penalised. Handball. And Merthyr wastes no time in getting forward again, James.
Yeah, Simpson doing well to pass it into number 17. Lucas back into Simpson. Simpson open in front of goal. Pulls back into Ricardo Reese. And Ricardo Reese finishes it. Merthyr now lead 3 goals by 1. Poorly defended, but so cool, composed there from Simpson. Faking his defender before pulling back into Ricardo Reese. Ricardo Reese finds his brace and adds to the Gosport misery. And Merthyr could now very well be heading for 3 points here at the AI Stadium. Ricardo Reese grabbing his brace there. Simpson, he ghosted the Gosport defender, whoever was marking him there. Ricardo Reese, another simple finish.
Very simple finish. He wouldn't have had it easier, except for maybe the first one. But I'm afraid to say, ladies and gentlemen, short of a miracle comeback, that's game over now, in my opinion. Gosport have got some work to do, and they've got a quarter of an hour in which to do it. To find 2 goals to equalise, that's a huge ask. I think their best chance of getting a result from this is just gone. But there's lots of encouragement in the way they've played, and they can take a lot of heart from that. But when you're faced with the quality of the league leaders, who have also played well themselves this afternoon, and here they come again, not satisfied with that. Kane Simpson slips the ball into touch. So that wasn't one of his better ones. But I think there was a nick off a yellow sock there, because the referee has given a throw to the visitors. So now Gosport 1, Merthyr 3, with quarter of an hour plus stoppages left here at the AI Stadium. Chilly but sunny afternoon here on the south coast, and Gosport not finding it too warm out there either, because they're now facing another defeat unless a miracle happens. And we're just watching as Merthyr run out of room there to operate down the right hand side. Parks in possession on the edge of his own area, not quite sure what he's going to do. Plays it short to Finley Walsh-Smith then, the young man who has produced many mature performances this season. Hooks the ball over to Williams on the opposite flank. Charlie Wasmer now, what can he do? Gosport need a response quickly if they are to get a foothold back in this one, James.
A deep pass into Samuel Fanian, left of that Merthyr penalty box. The Gosport number 10. He's got Danny Hollins behind him. Samuel Fanian trying to skip past Hanley there. Passes back into Danny Hollins, and Danny Hollins switching it infield into Rory Williams. The Gosport skipper nearly being dispossessed, and he is eventually dispossessed there by Simpson. Simpson striding forward, holding up the ball before he eventually passes back into Ricardo Reese. Simpson brought to the floor there by Bradley Tarr, but referee waves play on. Smurden, passes back into Ryan Phillips. Merthyr just taking a little bit too long there to counter before Smurden looks to win a ball in the left-hand channel. It fizzles out for a throw. Gosport will be disappointed with conceding that third, Jeremy.
Yeah, you have to be, don't you? Well, they've been well in the game up until that point, and the disappointment. But it was such a simple goal, but at the same time, a really good move to set it up. And but this is what I've liked about watching Merthyr this afternoon. They've made it look easy at times, but it's not. It's just the way they've played.
Ashley Ewart scraping the ball into Namadi Nawar.
Here we go!
Takes it.
Yes!
No, it's in the back of the net.
Offside.
Unfortunately, the goal won't stand as the offside flag has gone up. And it's unfortunate, Jeremy, because what a goal that would have been.
That was a really good finish, but in my peripheral vision, I saw the flag from the assistant referee go up. And that has unfortunately denied Gosport a second goal, which they do deserve on the balance of play. But yeah, unfortunately, I think that was the right call. It was offside, but a really good finish from Wachuku. It shows you he can do it. Now, I think there's a free kick. And Danny Hollands has been sent off here. Second yellow for Gosport's player boss. He is walking. Didn't quite see what occurred there, I'm afraid, because there was a pillar directly in my line of sight. But unfortunately, it is a second yellow card. It's a red card. And Gosport's player manager is sent off. And Gosport's task is that much harder now. They're down to 10 for the last 12 minutes. Don't get involved, Dan. Don't get involved. A few words exchanged between his opposite number, Paul Michael. But unfortunately, I hate to say it, I think the red mist has descended there. The red mist has descended, and Danny Hollands will play no further part in this game. He is sent off. So Gosport now, it's much harder, James. Much harder. And now Merthyr will seek to exploit that numerical advantage. But Asher Yearwood trying to play the ball out. Wooden can't quite make it stick, and Merthyr will come again. Evans switched the pass out to Handley. Are you back?
I am now, yeah, but Danny Hollands, he's going to be furious with that one.
Yeah.
Can often lose his head and showcasing it there.
Yeah, unfortunately. Hate to say it.
Well, unfortunate for Gosport, and I think that Mission Impossible has somehow even become even harder. Merthyr still leading by those 3-1. But you know what? For any Merthyr fans listening, they will be happy with this result, considering Gosport often are a bogey team towards them.
Well, obviously the meeting last season, Gosport won in Merthyr and drew up there in September, I think it was, 0-0. Unfortunately, that won't be repeated today now, but Gosport played well this afternoon. I think they can be pleased, but you've got a mixture of a couple of defensive errors and the quality of the league leaders that they've come undone against.
Has it also been a case of Gosport's own downfall, looking a lot more sloppy as the game has gone on?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's been a lot more defensive mistakes this half, fewer moments of quality. A football match is comprised of many moments and elements, and it's just swung Merthyr's way bit by bit this half.
Murray striding forward from that midfield position, still inside his own half, trying to divert it from the danger zone. He lays the pass left into Ashley Yearwood. Ashley Yearwood up against Lucas. Lucas does win the ball, but the referee claims he was a little too heavy there on Ashley Yearwood.
I was hoping to get the attendance. I always like to do it in a stoppage because then you get people's attention.
Yeah.
But I'll have to wait for a sort of a ball out of play moment. But Gosport now with 9 minutes left. And if again, a quick response, if they can get it, then you've got a grandstand finish, haven't you?
Exactly. Well, you never know in football, anything can happen. I mean, Pompey, they got a late goal on the weekend. Maybe Gosport can get a late goal here and try and somehow get back into this contest. Although it's going to be very difficult. 10-man Gosport, 2 goals down. Can they somehow pick up a point and a result here?
It would be a footballing miracle. And I'm not being too down on Gosport, but if you look at the situation they're in now, you have to ask the question, can they?
You never know.
You don't know. That's the beautiful part of football. You really, really don't know. But, trouble is Merthyr, I think, will tactically try and exploit the numerical advantage.
Tarbuck scooping a ball. It's going to find Samuel Fanan. It's brought down excellently by the Gosport number 10. He's got Ashley Yearwood on the overlap. Not caught on by Hanley there, which does see Ashley Yearwood keep hold of possession. as Yearwood passes it into Samuel Fanahan. He's got Rory Williams arriving on the overlap. Samuel Fanahan going alone before passing back into Cameron Murray. Murray into Charlie Vasmer. Vasmer striding up the field. He's passed his cut out by Jarvis as it has rolled back into the legs of Finley Walsh-Smith inside the centre circle, stood on the halfway line. Finley Walsh-Smith into Tarbuck. Tarbuck slips as he looks to play across into Vasmer. Vasmer brings it down to Dan Wooden. The referee weighs away any penalty appeals. Dan Wooden, Gosport fans, furious. I think they have a right to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure with that one, if I'm honest. I'm really not sure with that. But I've been watching football and watching Gosport a long time. When it's a Stonewall penalty, you just know it. Wooden went down, contact a little bit, but enough, don't know.
Well, Merthyr, they look to counter, but it has gone into the gloves of Adam Parks there. Do you think it was more the fact, Dan Wooden slipped rather than was so brought down?
That's my gut. That is my gut instinct there. Hate to say it, because obviously we are Gosport fans, but I think the referee might have got that right. But everybody else out there didn't think that. But then the beautiful substitution. Hello.
There will be two Merthyr players coming on.
So
one of them will be Fraser Thomas, with the other one being number 8, which is Adul Sambu.
Adulai Sambu, yeah.
So
Right,
Cox
so
coming off.
18 was off.
18. Corley Cox.
And Sambu will be coming on.
15.
15.
Another Smurden. Ladies and gentlemen, double substitution for Merthyr Town. Coming on, number 7, Fraser Thomas. Number 8, Adulai Sambu. And they're replacing number 15, Noah Smurden, and number 18, Corley Cox.
And you'd have to think with those two substitutions, Jeremy, it's just a matter of fresh legs coming on.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I
don't think Smurden seems
No,
very
he's
happy
not.
with coming
He's
off.
not. Look at that. He really isn't impressed. He glared.
You don't normally see that, do you?
No, he glared at Paul Michael there when he came off. If ever there's an epitome of a player that doesn't want to come off, there you go. Now, what's going on out there? Now, Rory Williams is having a chat with the referee, but he's another one on a yellow, so he's got to shut up. He's on a yellow. Be quiet.
But to think, Dutchy Hollands, Rory Williams, two of the most experienced players on
all
the pitch.
over again. It's Tottenham away all over again, isn't it? When Gosport went down to 9, they can't have that again.
Well, you want these older players to be setting an example, not gobbing off to the referee.
Yeah, that, and also the fact that they're going to get 1 or 2 match bans for their red cards. So Danny Hollands, because it's not his first sending off, is probably facing a 3-match ban. Have to be honest.
Not good for Gosport, and considering the lack of games we do have now coming up. I think these players are desperate for you not to do your announcement, Jeremy.
Yeah, I always like to do it during a stoppage, so then people aren't concentrating on the game. I don't like interrupting the game unless there's a good reason. But yeah, we've got just under 5 minutes plus stoppages here. Gosport 1, Merthyr 3 to go.
Oh, actually, we're being dispossessed midway inside Merthyr's half. Now Simpson, he's leading the counter going forward, laying it out into Evans. Evans passes back into Livermore. Livermore back into Evans, and the two doing 1-2s there. Merthyr just taking their time a little bit more now, passing between the back line and just trying to keep hold of possession. Probably also trying to start to kill minutes now, Jeremy, in seconds.
Yeah, well, they're. I'll tell you what, there's a Merthyr player down, and he doesn't look best comfortable inside his own half. He's back up and on his feet. I can't see who it is.
I think that could be Ryan Phillips there. As Sander comes down the right-hand channel, being cut out there by Samuel Fanahan, as it will go out for a throw-in on the near side, which will be taken here by Rory Williams, the Gosport skipper.
Yes, he needs to get his head together, really. We can't afford to, even with 3 minutes to go, we can't afford another red. 1's bad enough. 2.
But definitely, and I think
that's a foul for me, but the ref doesn't give it. You see, look, unlike the penalty, that was a foul.
I think it's more the case now. Does Liam Dash need to be making the substitution, bringing Rory off?
I don't know. There's a card out there straight away.
Yellow card there. The referee didn't even have to think about that.
That was for Livermore in Livermore.
Yeah. Brought down Tarbuck very harshly there within the centre circle. Gosport given a free kick. It's going to be taken here by Rory Williams, and maybe just a way to claw Gosport back into the game if they could somehow get a late goal in this one. Rory Williams' cross did find the head of Ryan Phillips, who does nod it away. found by Charlie Vasmo. Gosport currently going to have to play it back out from the back if they do want to try and find a goal.
Yeah, it's disappointing. We're in the twilight of this game now. 2.5 minutes plus stoppages to go. Merthyr comfortably in control of it. And I'm thinking maybe Liam Daish is thinking what we're thinking, that it doesn't matter what they do now, the game's too far gone. But that may not stop them from making another change, Gosport.
Well, Merthyr, they might even be able to capitalise and make it for us. They're back on the attack again. It's Evans trying to play a through ball into Samba, the substitute. Instead finds Adam Parks, who just bowls it once again out into Roy Williams. Roy Williams, as you say, Gosport don't really look that energetic now as the game is into the dying embers of this game.
Yeah, I hate to say it, they look a beaten team now. As we go into the last 90 seconds of normal time now.
Well, Thomas is going forward. Tried to play a ball into Ricardo Reese. Ricardo Reese the wrong side of the pass there, which does see it go into the gloves of Adam Parks. Adam Parks into Cameron Murray. Murray switching it into Tarbuck. Tarbuck looking up. He's surrounded by red and green bodies as he strolls down the right-hand channel, escaping the sliding challenge there as Simpson. As it does go out for a throw, which Tarbuck will be taken. Dan Wooden looking to get on the end of this throw as it is chucked into Noir Shuku. Noir Shuku coming down this right up against Hanley. Noir Shuku back into Tarbuck. Tarbuck thought he was dispossessed there. There's a ball did go on to Simpson. Simpson brought down. And Jeremy, will Gosport be disappointed with how they have dropped off as the game has gradually gone on?
They have to be, because first half was full of energy, full of determination, the way they played, the way they applied themselves to their task. But then they conceded within minutes of the restart, and it's just been a gentle, I wouldn't say a rapidly deteriorating, but it's been a gentle downhill slope. And Merthyr, and I said to you in just before half time, didn't I? You can see a lot more of Merthyr second half.
But Ricardo Reese playing a through ball into Fraser Thomas, a substitute. Samba is arriving in the box, a fellow substitute, as Fraser Thomas clinches onto the ball, passing it into Simpson. Simpson dispossessed there by Asher Yearwood, as Yearwood and Tarbuck sandwiching the midfielder there, which does see Asher Yearwood take it away. Asher is still unable to properly clear it, as his pass does find Hanley. The left back coming forward doing his defensive duties there. And I think a free kick has been awarded to Merthyr.
Forward's coming. Here we go.
5 minutes added on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has indicated there will be a minimum of 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes.
You know what? Probably the fair amount.
Yeah, there's been a few niggly stoppages. So James is tweeting now as we're in the stoppage period, and about 4.5 minutes of that to go, but Merthyr are comfortably in control of this now.
Well, let's look at some of the Southern League scores. I'm sure there will be some big scores going on. It does look like AFC Tottenham will be keeping the 3 points at the Snow Stadium, as they have cushioned their lead, now leading 2-0 against Bracknell. Chertsey, they're 1 down against Dorchester, and Frome still 1 apiece against Hampton Waterlooville. Gloucester emphatically leading by Hanwell, 5-0 now. Marlow, they're 1 apiece against Taunton. Plymouth Parkway, 2 down against Hungerford. Shirling, 2-2 against Basingstoke. Swindon, goalless against Wimborne. Walton and Hersham, 2-0 up against Poole Town now. And Winchester, they're trailing to Tiverton.
Tiverton, yes. Now that's a crucial game, because Tiverton are in the drop zone, Winchester just above, but I think you're going to see a couple of sort of shifts in that bottom 4 with Frome. I believe, where did you say they're still holding Havant?
Still holding Havant,
yeah. So that's going to be a massive point for them. But Merthyr aren't done here yet, though, James.
Simpson playing a through ball into Samba. Samba open in front of goal. Oh! He hits the crossbar. Adam Parks was beaten. Once again, the goal was begging out Merthyr's mercy. And really a great chance to just win them the game there and make it 4.
I'll tell you what, even through the glass and from here, I heard the whack as that hit the woodwork. That was a powerful effort. And Gosport have been lucky to get away with that one. They've had a... Oh, hello.
There will be a yellow card.
Yellow carded. So
claiming he went a little too heavy on that challenge there. And you know what? The man who did get a yellow, I think he could very well have earned the Man of the Match award tonight, Simpson. I think he's
played really well.
Yeah,
then there's been a lot of contenders for me on the Merthyr side as to who is the Man of the Match. But Reese, 2 simple finishes, deadly, but has he been the most influential player? Probably not. I'm gonna go with Simpson.
Yeah. I think he's been great today. Obviously, got the 2 assists. And you know what? I would say a very unselfish player. Obviously, providing the pass when he could have easily shot for both of those goals.
And for me, Gosport Borough man of the match, I'm going to go with Finn Smith, because he's done so much work at the back. And I wouldn't say that any of the defensive errors have been down to him today.
Well, Gosport might be able to get a second, but it was Samuel Fanian cutting inside his finger before the ball has gone out of play. And I think that is a good shout there from the match for Finley Walsh-Smith. You know what? I would actually say the defence, despite conceding, has been pretty good today. Rory Williams, other than the last 20 minutes, I thought he was putting in a good shift today.
Rory Williams, yeah, well, he's shown his experience at times. He's made a couple of mistakes he'll want to forget, but generally, yet again, he's shown why his experience.
Yeah.
Is such an asset to Gosport Borough.
Exactly, yeah. But despite losing 3-1, I think there is a lot of positives to take away from this game. Simpson brought to the floor as he was leading the counter-attack, gets up quickly before Roy Williams could eventually gather the ball.
Yeah, I think Jim's right. Gosport's heads are dropping. It's such a shame for me.
But there will be a free kick here taken. It's going to be Samba taking this free kick. Short there into Fraser Thomas. Fraser Thomas is substitute into Simpson. Simpson pulls back into 17. Lucas. And a flick back there from Fraser Thomas, I want to say, sees it go up for a goal kick, which Adam Parks will be taking. We are really into the dying embers of this game. Merthyr, they will be taking the 3 points in a massive 3 points. I'm pretty sure that means the gap at the top of the table will still be 6 points. Merthyr will be very happy with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Another ball has worked onto Ricardo Reese. Ricardo Reese could not take it past Finley Walsh-Smith there. A little too tall for the ball searching over the defender. Adam Parks now has it inside his own box. Does well to pass it to Finley Walsh-Smith, but the referee claiming the pass has gone out. Yes, stupid there from Adam Parks. And now Merthyr have a good chance to make it 4.
And it'll be the last chance too. We've got just under 30 seconds of the 5 added minutes left, and this will be the last play of the game. I'm pretty sure of that. No matter how this finishes, I think there will be no more afterwards.
Well, can Merthyr add the cherry on to the top of the cake, which would be a fantastic day for them?
Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a good day's work down here for them, and I think there's a lot for Paul Michael to be pleased about. And Tottenham winning, I presume.
Yep, Tottenham still winning by 2-0.
Be as you were. Be as you were.
So I could very well see this title race going down right until the final day of the season.
Ayo Fanyan's being a bit of a nuisance over there. He's not retreating properly, but here
the corner has been taken. It's an in-swinger, finds the head of Finley Walsh-Smith, who does head this, chased down by Samuel Fanian. Fanian is brought down. The referee has blown the full-time whistle. Merthyr, the Welsh side, will be taking home the 3 points. Merthyr will feel very proud of that one. Yeah, Gosport did take the lead in this one. It feels a long time ago since Gosport did score. They found the lead through Ashley Yearwood, a converted penalty, but Merthyr, they came back, finding an equaliser in the first half. It was Ricardo Reese who got onto the end of the corner to tap home to make it 1-1. In the second half, it took just 10 minutes for Merthyr to take the lead. Evans slashing past Parks to make it 2-1. And then finally, Ricardo Reese once again scoring past Parks to make it 3-1 and really finishing off the game. Merthyr, they'll be very happy with that one. I'll run you through the rest of the scores in the Southern League before we do cut off. Has finished 2-0 at the Snow Stadium. AFC Tottenham beating Bracknell by those 2-0. Chertsey, 1 goal down to Dorchester. Frome holding on to a point against Hampton Waterloo, it looks like. Gloucester leading 5-0 against Hanwell. Marlow 1-1 against Taunton. Plymouth Parkway are 2-0 down to 10-man Hungerford. Sholing 2-2 against Basingstoke. Swindon goalless against Wimborne. Wootton and Hersham 2-0 up against Poole. And Winchester, they're 2 down against Tiverton. Disappointing afternoon for Gosport, but we go again next week, so we'll see you then. Our final words from us as always, up the borough.